All right, perfect. Hey everybody, this is ADAT with Generational Wealth. Extremely excited to be back with another video. If you're new to the Generational Wealth platform, we truly and greatly appreciate you stopping by. When the Generational Wealth platform was created, we had a vision in mind where we could either A, help people create generational wealth, if that is something that you desire to have, or at least put you in a position to where you feel like you've reached the utmost comfort in life due to the insights, principles, and many resources that we will share with you on the channel and platform. So today was extremely inspired to share some things with you, and that's just starting out with this phrase that I heard a long time ago where I desperately needed to hear it the most, and that's just simply that the time is now. I remember when I first heard that, of course, the time is now, it made perfect sense to me, but when I started to continue to hear it, I realized that it pretty much just pinpointed to me that life, I do not like saying life is short. That is something that kind of makes me feel some type of way, but I am fully aware that life is extremely unpredictable. So because life is unpredictable and we only get one, it is in our best interest to, when we have something that we want to do, or maybe a venture that we want to explore, or maybe just taking better opportunities that come our way, it's nothing better than moving with that feeling that you have, because you only have those feelings but so many times in your life. So I wanted to share something that to this day, it still kind of shakes me. It was a pretty emotional experience, but it just kept redefining to me and letting me know that the time is always now and there's literally no time to waste in life. So in 2018, I consider that to be a momentum year for me, because I had just moved into my first house. I had just started a brand new occupation, which was extremely exciting because it was a top Fortune 500 company, top 5 in the entire world. And there was just many things trending in a very positive direction for me, to say the least. But when I started this new occupation, the environment was pretty corporate. And there were some positive experiences with the environment, but it being extremely corporate, for lack of better words, made me interact with people that probably had a particular stance in life. I'm sure that makes sense. I don't want to stir up the pot, but I believe that makes sense to everyone listening to this. So quite frankly, the location that I worked in was pretty far from me. So I had to get up extremely early to go to work. However, one of the great benefits with this company is that they offered so many resources like carpooling, etc., that one could take advantage of, so it could just make life much easier for you to do the job. So when I was at work, there was a lot of people that I would come across, and there was this one person in particular, every time I saw her, unfortunately, and I'm sure maybe some of us have moments like this, but in my head, I kind of prejudged this individual. Because whenever I looked at her, she would just look so mean. And I would often wonder, what is wrong with this person? Why does she look so mean? So therefore, although I'm a very social, interactive, I love meeting people type of individual, I felt the lack of, I just didn't want to communicate with her, to be frank. And oftentimes, for whatever the reason, when I would go heat up my lunch, she would be there in this particular room. So one day when I was going to heat up my food, I went in the room and there she was. So a part of me wanted to just walk out and not interact with her, but for whatever reason I didn't. So when I walked in, I said hello, and with the biggest, brightest smile, she said, "Hi, how are you?" And in my head, I was like, wait a second, I thought you were a different type of character. So we had a really long conversation, and this individual was pretty inspiring, because every day that we would meet each other, we would have a conversation, And she expressed to me so many ideas and things that she wanted to do. And it was very inspiring because although we were in this corporate work environment, she still shared her many aspirations of what she wanted to do with her life. So one day I told her the area that I lived in our dialogue, and she said, wow, I live in that same area too. You know, we should carpool because I want to continue our conversations. But for whatever reason, I didn't. I mean, I know why I didn't, because this occupation was extremely stressful for me for my first year. So I needed that time in the morning to get my thoughts together. But every time I saw her, she would tell me, oh, hey, Abad, you know, let's carpool. Make sure you communicate with me. Let's carpool. And I said, yes, no problem. So I received a text message from her December 5th. And it was just something simple like, you know, hey, glad that we connected. You know, again, just please let me know when you want to carpool. That would be great. And I said, sure, no problem. So, and this is pretty emotional, so try not to like break down on camera, but January rolled around after January 15th, and I'm at work, and there's this email that's sent out to the division that I'm in. And the email literally read, I'm sorry, everyone, there's terrible news. But I don't want to mention the person's name on camera out of respect for her and her family. But the email said, I'm sorry to share this, but this individual is no longer with us. If anyone needs to send an email or see HR to express their feelings, you know, please let her know. And I remember when I read that email, I just broke down because I just felt so horrible because this individual kept trying to reach out to me, and she wanted to carpool with me to continue to express her ideas to me and things that she wanted to do, because I also shared my aspirations of wanting to be an entrepreneur because that's my passion in life. And to this day, even today before I shared this story, I'm reading my text message and I don't want to delete it because when I first met her, I had this preconceived notion of who she was, when come to find out she was the complete opposite. She was one of the best people that I've ever interacted in my life. And now all of those dreams and visions that she wanted to do, she's no longer going to get the opportunity to do that. So I wanted to come on here and share this with you guys because there is literally no time like the present. The time is now. If you have things in your life that you want to do, do it. If you have people that you want to speak to that you haven't spoken to in a while, speak to them. You don't know what the outcome of the experience of doing that thing that you're fearing could bring for you. You don't know what the outcome of, you know, maybe you used to speak with someone before and the relationship changed, but you know, okay, this is something that was so minute that it could be rectified. You know, the message that I want to bring with you guys today is that the time is now. Utilize this opportunity right now to get the things that you want to get done, especially the beginning of the new year. I said in my previous video, the beginning of anything, especially the beginning of a new year, you could create so much momentum for yourself. You have no idea where your life could end up towards the end of 2023 going to 2024. So I know this was a little bit longer than usual. I truly hope this reaches someone. There'll probably be a lot of comments. So until then, like, comment, subscribe, and as always, generational wealth.